Welcome to Angelo's Tennis. In this video, I'm going to be teaching movement skills, how to learn movement, how to get good at tennis movement by playing the game. No boring footwork drills, no boring feeds, the real game, how to do it, how it's done. It's the only way to do it. It's the best way to do it. So here you are, you're going to see me. I'm just going to be using me at the beginning here as a background. We're warming up with a friend, and he's pretty much doing whatever he wants, and I'm just trying to return the ball to some targets on the other side. We're having a little friendly chat. Again, just warming up. This isn't, neither of us are really intentionally doing this practice for this purpose, but I'm going to use this here in the beginning for teaching purposes. And you can see me there just kind of casually moving around. And that's how it starts. That's how it starts. I'm not going to be trying to do anything special as far as like a split step. I mean, assuming that most people out there are doing some kind of split step in the beginning. I remember watching a kid play a tournament once where every time the ball came to him between shots, he would fast or do a quick fast step or a series of fast steps, maybe like 10 quick steps, and then he would split and move to his position. It's a total waste of energy. So we're not going to do that here. You can see the just warming up. There's no real intention to split right now. There's no reason to. So before I move into anything else, I want to get into, I want to show another video here on the screen. I'm going to set up my targets. Okay, so here we are. This is going to be my view, the opposite side of the court, my partner's side, and I'm going to draw a line. Whoops. I'm going to draw a line right there. It's a little too deep. Right there's my line. I'm going to draw another line right there. And these last two really aren't necessary, but we're going to split the back court up into three. There's my three targets. And I'm not going to play, one thing I want to mention here, I can play any one of these targets consistently. Okay, my partner, on the other hand, is going to use these three targets in a random manner. We're not gonna rally. This isn't a rally. He's not gonna rally. Let's say we're playing cross court, the usual cross court here. We're not gonna rally cross court or cross court from this side. We're not gonna do that either. Or we're not gonna rally from the middle. I can play from my side. I can play. I'll probably choose to play here in this middle target. But my partner, what I want to show you here, he can alternate. He's going to alternate these. He can do maybe two in a row to here, two in a row to this spot, one to this spot, one to this spot. I want it to be random from his side. He could also use this target right here and this target right here. So essentially we have 5 targets. If I connect them, one here, one in the back middle, back corner here, and one here. I would avoid. He's not going to use this target and this one so much, but he still can, as long as it stays out of the middle. Because what happens when my partner hits to the middle, I'm going to want to get used to putting that ball somewhere and taking offense. But even if my partner does hit in the middle, I can still do this, because the point of this video, what we're working on here, we're working on footwork. And we're going to want to do this on a regular basis. And as I stated in the beginning of the video, so that it's fun, it's in the game, and we're not having to make up drills. We don't have to have somebody feeding to us. And as this video progresses, we're going to see how this works. Okay, here we are in the game. So you can see me right off the bat. I play my return. I play my return. I have to run to the other side of the court, and then all the way to the other side of the court. Now that's extreme. That's going to be very extreme, but that's still a movement pattern. That uh, that still is going to be focusing on your movement, incorporating movement. Uh, Although it's extreme, it's still what we're looking for. So here I'm going to play a backhand, split, and then points over. Now this is one of the things I also want to do. I want to show in this video. Ideally, you're not going to serve and do this, although you can. But as I said, my partner isn't specifically really trying to work me, and he's very aggressive, very go for everything, all or nothing. So that ideally, your partner isn't going to be that kind of player. Where you're going to get these, you'll get a forehand, then you'll get a short ball, things like that. So ideally, it's not going to exactly look like this, and I'm going to show you in the next video a little bit of a better example. But it's still, as I said, it still can be done. It still can be done here. There's the backhand return. I'm specifically trying to get these returns in, which I'm doing a good job of. It's a little windy. I'm getting, even though it doesn't look good, it might not feel good. This is another point to make. A lot of people, because it doesn't feel good or doesn't look good, they think they're not learning. And that's not the case. That's not the case at all. And as I said, it's a little bit extreme. There's the return. Get back in position. Play my backhand. And I didn't really get the camera right here, so you're not really seeing it, but there's a lot of movement there. And contrast this with the rally, the hitting back and forth. There's that dance step, but there's not a lot of patterns. There's other ways you can do this. Is you can go, maybe you've heard this before, cross court, and then down the line. One person goes cross court, the other person goes down the line. But these are more advanced drills that are set up for people who already have went through the process that I'm delineating here in these videos. They've already went through the process of chaos and how to learn by playing matches. They've usually already played the scenario many times over, and then it turns into, we can set it up, cross court, down the line. Cross court, down the line, cross court, cross court, cross court. We can set that up. So here I am serving. There's a little back movement. I'm going to switch to another video here. Okay, this is Aslan Karatsev. I have a video. If you haven't seen it, I have this full video posted on my channel. And again, he's serving here. This is a practice. This is a video that I took. Again, not ideal, but you're going to see what I'm talking about here in this video. There's a serve. Backhand misses. And these guys can play with the serve. And you can do this too. You can play with the serve and not go so hard. And if you're missing, you're just not. It's a matter of getting better at it. But these guys, they can do it. They can do exactly what I'm describing here. Just take a little pace off. Really make sure you're hitting the target. This is open play for sure. Let's fast forward here. There's the serve. There's the forehand. Backhand. Now they're in a little backhand cross court rally. He tries to go down the line there and misses. So see, he's playing, as I say, more open play. He's trying to win the point. There's where you would go from his side. The movement, the person who's really focusing on the movement, is going to just continue to play deep back of the court. And this, a lot of people who are 4-5s are really good at this. 4-5, 5-0, they're good at it. So this is like something that particularly a 3-5, 4-0 players would do a lot of. To really work on their consistency, their accuracy, and their footwork all at the same time. You're going to see a good example here coming up. And again, there's the backhand cross court. Another one. Not sure where it goes, but it looks like, cross court. Maybe there he went a little bit towards the middle. There's the little, and see, that's the movement pattern I'm looking for. The one here, this is what everyone's doing. This cross court rally, and this is what it will turn into right there. There's the forehand movement, the movement to the forehand. And that's what it looks like when you're doing the cross court forehand, cross court, down the line, etc. But it doesn't start off like that. This is the thing that people misunderstand with feeding and trying to make this happen before it happens naturally. And particularly for you 3-5, 4-0 intermediate players, players that maybe got some skills, they just picked up tennis, this is how you do it. You have to have the other player consistently hitting those spots. Just like here, the other players consistently hitting those spots, allowing Karatsev to work that movement pattern. Ideally, it'll be longer than this. Again, these guys have already, they could do it if they wanted to. As I said, this is open play. And what I'm describing isn't open play. Just want to remind, it's not exactly open play. The other person, let me go back to my other video. The other person has free reign. He can hit anywhere to these 5 targets. Specifically not in the same spot. We don't want him hitting to the same spot. That cross-court rally that Karatsev got into, we want to avoid that. Maybe, especially in the beginning. And if you're talking about 3-5, 4-0, they're probably not able to really do that anyway. And if they're hitting too hard or if they're missing, we want them to make the shot. They have to be able to make 3, 4 in a row. One here, one here, one here, one here. They can't do that when we're talking about this. This essentially is too difficult for them. And we're talking about going back to rallying back and forth for how many can you hit in a row? Can you hit 10, 12, 14 balls in a row? That comes before what I'm describing here. So to sum up, basically what you have is you have player A, that's me. I'm looking to play to the back of the court, keep the ball in those back 3 targets, specifically the back middle. And the reason is to keep the ball in the play, so I keep my feet moving and I get a chance to play those movement patterns that we saw with Karatsev, to get a chance to have my footwork improve, to speed up my feet, things like that. Player B, the player on the other side, is going to essentially just move me around, but not so much that I'm on the dead run. Move me a little bit to my right, a little bit to my left. Maybe stay to one side here and there, but essentially play keep away for me. And no one's really trying to, this is the key, no one's really trying to end the point. You can incorporate that. Stay tuned for a future video. I'll probably get more into that. You can incorporate that if you want. 2, 3, 4 balls. Maybe you get a short ball, you come to the net. It's really up to you. But the longer you can keep this going, the more opportunity you're going to have to practice those movement patterns.